Saying that we trust God in a state of comfort is easy. But saying that we trust God when you're in a state of unknown, when you don't know where you are going to sleep the next week, the next month, is the hardest thing that God have asked us to do. And it is extremely hard, especially if you're an adult that have always taken care of yourself, that always took care of things, that have always found things and did it, and I don't need anybody, and I've got it. It is extremely hard watching those plans that you've had fail, and those backups you've had fail, and there's nothing else to grab onto but God. Being in a state of where you have to ask for help, when you have to ask resources, when you knock on doors, send letters, send emails, and everyone is telling you no. You've asked friends, family, and most have told you they can't, or they're not in a position to help, or they just can't help. And you're just looking at God like, okay, now I am uncomfortable, and you're asking me to trust. I don't see anything. I don't see what's going on. I don't see what's happening. Everything, you're not saying anything to me. You're not showing me anything, but you told me to trust you. I remember crying and asking God, like, why? All these things that I thought would work, all these things that I relied on when it came to resources, when it came to help. And I remember reading something that says, when you've relied on doing things on your own, rely on certain things, when God puts you in a position to fully trust Him, none of these things are going to work. And that's exactly what I experienced. None of these things worked like they used to. These things I used to rely on didn't work. And I remember questioning, like praying, asking God, like, why? Why? I've worked so hard as an adult not to be in this position, but now I'm in this position. And it is embarrassing. You are disappointed. You are resentful. Everything is happening. And I remember Psalms 121 came into my head. My help comes from the Lord. I remember saying that over and over until I fell asleep because I was in a state of emotional, just everything went wrong and I was just out. I couldn't do it anymore. And that came back into my head. My help comes from the Lord. My help comes from the Lord. And it helped me realize that God put us in a position where He says for us to fully trust Him. We have to fully trust Him. Not just say it in words when we're comfortable, but to also say it when we're uncomfortable.